Buenas noches.
Oh, nice crack.
We got an absolute pineapple martini.
Absolute mango mule. Sponsor us.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The A-list.
You don't like it?
No, it is good. I just forgot it was alcohol for a sec. Interesting.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the A-list podcast. To my right / across from me is the most wonderful, most nicest, most caring friend anyone could ask for.
Aw.
It's Alex.
Hey. And across from me, but to my yard.
To my yard.
Are you on my left in this? To my left, but across from me right now, is the birthday girl. Also great friend. Excellent S Club 7 companion.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, just a great concert-going friend.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done 3 with you now.
Even though I don't know all the songs.
Yeah, you're still
I mean,
great.
I knew all the songs for BTS, but the other two,
I
guess
I mean like
Jr.?
just going to like a theatrical production, going to a show.
Oh,
of
yeah.
sorts.
Love
I've
a
done a few
show.
with you. I've done more than 3 if we count like theatrical productions.
Oh my gosh, we haven't ever talked about
Empire Strips Back.
Yeah, we should.
Listen, actually, we should really see if it's coming back.
We're just gonna get into it. I've already looked. Remember, I'm on the waiting list.
Okay, great. Okay.
When we were at S Club, or maybe before that, I looked up on Fever or whatever.
Yeah.
And it says that they might be coming back, but it's like get on the wait list, and I'm already there.
I
Don't
need
worry.
them to come back.
So you tell them about it.
Okay, so
Start from the first. You went first.
Yeah, so I had some friends who had gone to this and they were like, you've got to do this thing. And then our mutual friend Karina had mentioned it to me and thought that it would be fun. And so as a Christmas gift to her, I got her and I tickets. Mm-hmm. And listen, it's a Star Wars themed burlesque show.
Okay, it's called The Empire Strips
The
Back.
Empire
I don't
Strips,
think we said that.
it's called The Empire Strips Back, and it is a Star Wars burlesque show.
Yeah.
Looked really fun. You know, I grew up on Star Wars, and Karina did as well. So I was like, oh, what a great gift. This will be fun. Because as we've mentioned, we love to give activity gifts.
Yeah. And like none of the other friends really know about Star Wars. Like
Sure.
I have probably seen half of one or maybe one of the old ones.
Okay,
Where
fair.
what's his name looked so cute.
Han Solo.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford.
Yes.
Okay,
but like I don't know the lore. Our friend Ramiro doesn't really know. I don't think.
No, and I
He's
don't.
not a fan.
Like,
if
I
you
feel
will.
like Jane knew some, and
Yeah.
I don't know if Haley did or not.
Probably not.
So yeah, it was just like not a thing to include everyone in on.
Yeah.
Is what I thought. And then, so Karina and I go, and it was January of last year. I can't believe it's been a year since we did that.
Yeah, it was kind of chilly still when we went.
It was January of last year. Karina and I went, and we literally couldn't believe how good this show was.
No, and I thought you were kidding.
I walked out of there, and like we couldn't even go to the car yet because I had to group text everyone to be like, "Hi, I know you're not going to understand this, and you're going to laugh right now.
Yeah.
You have to see this show."
Yeah, I couldn't wrap my mind around what it could possibly be. I guess I was thinking like more theatrical, like maybe like a play or like I just had no idea.
No idea. And like, I also didn't know how to explain it. I was like, I can't explain it. I can't spoil it. You just need to trust me that it's going to be worth your time.
Yeah.
So then we got tickets for 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
We went to dinner beforehand. It was really nice. Then we went and saw the show, and everyone had the exact same reaction.
It's incredible. It's sort of like a dance show. It's like a dance recital. / burlesque
with incredible costuming and makeup and effects.
Hilarious.
Like so funny.
The music is so fun. There's like a guy who was the like MC who was so funny. But like for me and Haley went, and we were both like so like the dancing was incredible. It was truly like a dance recital.
It was so
of like
good.
incredible dancers. But then it was like they're also like taking their clothes off, like not burlesque.
It's
so
burlesque,
not like showing like it wasn't like sexual per se. It was just like, you know, some boobies.
Yeah,
but
it was
like
a little strip show with
I had been to the
dancing and
Moulin Rouge in
acrobatics.
Paris, and it's
so
so many boobies there.
It's so many boobies.
It's crazy. But yeah, it's incredible. And I also left texting everyone I knew.
Yeah, if it comes to your town, you got to see this show. It's
Truly,
so
it's
good.
So good.
So I'm glad you're on the waiting list because we definitely have to see that again.
I can't wait. Well, we left off last week where you were going to talk about duets. That was a teaser.
Yeah.
So I have that in my notes.
Nice.
To for you to tell us
Yeah.
about.
So in, living in Hollywood forever, this was like 2012. It would have been early 2012. I auditioned for, it was called Duets. And it was basically, the premise of the show was that there were 4 celebrity judges. It was Kelly Clarkson, Jennifer Nettles, John Legend, and Robin Thicke.
Star-studded
Cast of characters. And I auditioned for Kelly Clarkson's team. And because it was a new show, there wasn't much information about it. So again, I just thought I was auditioning, and I still have my audition. It's humiliating.
Oh.
But
so you're not
at the time, like basically I knew the premise of the show was duets. They were looking for people that would compete with these celebrities against the other celebrities in their teams. And so when you think about duets, like the reason it excited me is because I love singing with a group, and I was not yet in the boy band, but it was like harmony and harmonizing and harmony belting is one of my favorite things to do. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do my audition a little differently. I'm going to take this acoustic version of Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson, and I'm going to duet it with her because it's just her and a guitar. And I'm going to do harmony to the beautiful melodic harmony that follows her for the whole thing. And that
so the track had her voice in it.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
So I did my normal, I did a normal song as well, but I was like, I started it with that. I was like, I'm going to do something a little different just since the show is about duets, and this way you can hear Kelly, you can hear what I sound like singing with you.
Perfect.
And it got me into the producers.
Hell yeah.
So then I met with, it was like maybe 2 audition rounds or 2. Yeah, it was like 2. No, one was just like a talking with the producers. They had a lot of questions for me. And then the next was an audition round. Then I found out that I made it to the top 10 on the West Coast. She was doing like a West Coast and an East Coast after the audition process came down to this. So then I go, and it was the first day, the first meeting was on, I'll never forget, it was Easter Sunday. It was so random.
It's coming up.
Easter Sunday it always changes.
Right.
But it was Easter Sunday in 2012.
Okay.
And met up with the rest of the people who made the short audition, the ones, this is now when everything was starting to get filmed. So we all met at like a hotel. We were shuttled to camp, and then full day of shooting. The producers, they were asking a lot of questions, personal questions. It was my first taste of like what like manipulating the narrative looks like.
Yeah.
Nothing really bad happened, but in the extensive application process, they ask you a lot of questions. I don't know if you've ever auditioned for like an American Idol or dance show or any talent. They have, the questionnaires are so extensive.
Yeah, because they want someone with a story.
Yes. So they were digging, and one thing that I said in one of those lines, they really like latched onto.
Okay.
And
was it religious?
I knew that it was coming because this is kind of interesting. So, in the, in like reality television, when the announcer or whatever is talking, and you just see like B-roll of like the contestant like doing this, like walking around.
Yeah.
So we did like hours of that.
Oh, really?
So
they were like just walk around and look anxious.
So they were taking us like one at a time to different parts of the studio to film, like reaction shots and stuff. And then they took me back to this hallway, and they wanted me to like pace from the beginning of the hallway to the end of the hallway back and forth. And I could already envision what they were going to do. I'm like, my editing brain knows now that they were like that very classic aughts editing where it's like fade, they're here, fade, they're here.
I was going to say crossfade.
Yeah, crossfading. But Kelly Clarkson's dressing room is at the end of this hallway. So when they were setting the focus on the camera and having me wait back there, I could hear that they were like reading her what was on the audition forms and what they wanted her to talk about.
Okay.
They were giving her the lowdown. And I literally happened to be standing there when they were talking about me.
Oh, no.
So then I heard what they were talking to her about from my application process. And I was like, oh, fuck, that's what they're going to want to talk about. And it was like, not anything bad. It was just incredibly personal and not the thing that I thought they were going to latch onto, because I put it in there so passively just as like a way to like round out a story. It was definitely a question about like hardship. And I was like, well, anyway.
What did you think they were going to use if you didn't like what they did end up using?
I thought they would focus more on the fact that I was brought up in an Amish community and homeschooled, and
you were in a cult.
I didn't. Yeah, I literally wasn't ready to talk about that at that time.
Yeah.
but no.
Imagine.
So then when it got to my like conversational part with her, that was brought up, and that's like all we talked about in the first one-on-one.
Yeah.
So then we came in to do we had done all the interviewing or the meeting with her. And then we did all of our like solo interviewing with the producers. And then the next day was filming us singing with her and her music director. And I was chosen to go first. So I was like dying inside.
Yeah.
And then I went in there. They wanted to film our like saying hi to each other and hugging, but I was so much taller than her.
Oh,
so,
she's
like,
short? She
yes.
seems like she's like 5'8".
No, she was so much shorter than me.
Oh, interesting.
So we had to reshoot it twice because they had to get her at like the right height on an apple box for me to like come in for a hug that didn't look like I was swallowing her.
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. And then
Is
we
she my
sang.
height?
Yeah, I would say she's probably your height.
Interesting.
So we sang. I don't even remember. It might be in the first episode, but I duetted a Maroon 5 song with her, and for some reason Payphone is popping in my head, but it wasn't Payphone. It was.
Can't tell you any.
I don't know. I don't remember, but we flip-flopped harmonizing with each other, and we had a really great time.
Do you have that anywhere?
I'm sure I do on a hard drive, but like it was so fast forward, fine to talk about now. When I got eliminated, I thought it was the end of my life, and I could not speak about it for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like
Aww.
when it came out, the casting director that we worked with was like, "Guys, we're gonna have a watch." I literally blocked all of them. I was eliminated really early. I got 9th in the West Coast team out of 10.
What was their feedback, if you don't mind saying?
I just couldn't do runs in the way that she wanted her duet partner to do runs.
Oh.
So they ended up picking. So she narrowed it down.
I feel like you do runs.
Not like Kelly Clarkson.
I mean, but who can? That's
there were two.
really
There were
hard
two
thing to
people
ask
on my
someone to
team
do.
that did. So they had Juliana, and I can't remember the guy's name.
I feel like has a comeback now.
She
Like,
did have a comeback for sure.
She's very big right now, especially like with her residency she's doing, and all of her like karaoke, like all of her like, what is it called? Why am I so stupid?
The Kelly Clarkson show.
No. When she like sings her covers.
Yeah, her covers.
I don't know why those like a lot of the times are doing better than
or
the
they give a
original
resurgence
song.
to the original.
Yeah, and I just feel like she's had such a comeback that like maybe the show needs to be re-brought.
It was a fun concept. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about her at all. Like she was lovely to work with. Again, like now that I know how television works, I've been so involved in that stuff for so long. I wouldn't have reacted the way I did, but it was my first experience with any of that. I hadn't started started working in TV or film until after that.
Yeah.
So at the time, being lied to by producers, I was like, couldn't believe that they would do that.
Well, yeah, because we grew up on American Idol where like we truly
really
believed.
Well, America's Next Top Model, all of the early reality shows, we believed they were 100% genuine.
Because it was so new.
Correct.
Like I believed, Laguna Beach is one of my all-time favorite shows in the hills. And like now I've listened to like Kristen Cavallari's podcast. And,
for sure.
And Lauren doing little things, and the amount that all of that was manipulated and created. Now I still love to go back and watch those, but now it's such a different lens than when I was a sophomore in high school, and I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
And I believed it was real. And I had a lot of reality show audition experience when I moved out here. I got in front of the Jonas Brothers at one point. But this was the furthest I had gone. And it was just like, I couldn't believe how disgusting the production people were. And now that I see what it is, I'm like, okay, it's not that it's disgusting. It's a business.
Yeah. And that's their job.
Care.
They don't want, like, they're just trying to tell a story.
Of course they don't care about me. They need to make me happy and in a good mood. So my producer was meant to do that. So they were saying what they needed to say to get what they needed out of us. And then we move on. It's literally their job. But anyway. Not a bad experience.
Have you auditioned for The Voice?
No, never The Voice.
Okay, because I know that's quite an extensive audition in terms of harmony and stuff.
Correct.
Because like once you do your initial audition, then you have to like be in groups of however many, and you have to be able to sight read and harmonize. So even if you're the best singer of your like church, like if you can't harmonize, like you're not getting on that show.
No, I don't think any singing competition these days you could get away with not being able to harmonize.
On American Idol, do they
duet and sing together.
Okay.
But I just feel like early American Idol, there were some like, listen, I will be honest, I kind of miss the days of, you know, like people making it to the top 20 who like aren't Ariana Grandes.
Yeah.
Early on,
I feel like Ruben was like that, right? Like he wasn't like a duetter. He was just like
tone.
a great like male singer.
Yeah. Or Justin Guarini even. He got second place with Kelly Clarkson.
Oh my God, Justin
He's a great
Guarini.
singer, but like
I need to talk about this. I'm sorry. You can finish.
No, I'm just saying that most of those early seasons, there's someone like even Diana DeGarmo, incredible singer.
So good, yeah.
But again, it's not like these people that are on these shows doing the most insane runs and like
because that's
rivaling
not,
Whitney Houston.
There's so many types of singing that
So
like
many.
you.
But when you hear that versus someone that's just like a great belter or has a nice rasp, it's a different thing.
Yeah, and for television, it's like that's exciting.
Yeah.
Because it's something that a lot of people can't do. Even if you're a good singer, even if you like took lessons and you sang in the show choir and like you have a great tone, it's just like impressive to.
Well, this is why I loved that Christina was an original judge on The Voice, because to me it's like, that literally, she is a voice.
Yeah.
And now the judges, like Reba is great, but it's like
love her.
Dan and Shay and Blake Sheldon and Reba. It's like there are no like,
Blake Shelton's just a guy that's like can sing.
Correct.
Right?
He just got on.
And I feel like he's good at marketing himself, and he's a good.
Yeah. He's a good
Admittedly,
songwriter.
I don't know much about him.
He's a great songwriter. But again, it's like these are. Well, Dan and Shay, I shouldn't like. They're incredible singers.
Yeah. Is that a man and a woman?
Man and man country duo. They're the first duo judges.
I haven't seen that. I haven't watched like that type of show in so long. But I also pictured a man and a woman somehow.
No.
I know a couple songs, but
when I taste tequila.
Wow, that's
baby,
country.
I still see it.
No, so Justin Guarini, I saw him when I went to see Once Upon a One More Time in
Oh, that's right. He was
New
in
York.
that. Yeah.
That show has been canceled, which is so sad because I thought it was so cute.
Yeah.
And he was so cute.
Was he?
Because I wasn't like a big Justin girly.
Did you like From Justin to Kelly?
I didn't care. Something about clearly you did.
Well, it was iconic.
No, I can understand that it was iconic. I just wasn't really attracted to him. It was something about the longer hair on him.
You didn't love his beautiful highlights?
I didn't care. Like I don't know, but he had a really good voice, and that was cute to me. And I had not thought about him in 10 years.
Wow. And
probably more. And then I saw him in Once Upon a One More Time.
I love that.
And I was like, you are cute.
Hello,
and you're
you.
dancing and singing. So cute.
It is giving.
And then it got canceled, and that's sad.
But at least he got to do that. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it was cute because I don't think he lives in the city. I think he lives like out of the city. And he was, I saw someone comment that they were upset that they didn't get to meet him at the cast door.
Oh.
Or whatever they call it.
What was he doing?
And he was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I commute 2 hours by train to get to the city. And like, I have kids that I want to like put to bed or like to see.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I like try to do the stage door when I can, but like, I just like, I
Busy
can't
man.
wait around. Like, I want to see my kids. And
Right.
I was like, that's freaking cute. So
Where's your Justin?
I know. Well, thank you for telling us that. We had a little cliffhanger last time. I want to talk about, so this week I asked our group if they wanted to go to see a comedy show. And Alex hates comedy shows. And
Yeah.
I want to know, like, comment wise, like leave us a comment or a speak pipe, or if you've ever had any, situations. But I just wanted to make note of it that like Alex really hates comedy shows. And I want you to tell the people like really why you have such an aversion. Maybe someone can resonate with you and like
I mean, it's totally trauma based. It's like
I'm just making you talk about your trauma today.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to.
No, it's fine. It stems from like always standing out in a crowd because of my height, And being closeted for so long, wanting to not stand out was like my number one mission. So when
Were
I
you
would
afraid
go,
that they were going to ask you if you were gay?
well, like I was never not getting comments about the way my hair or clothes looked. So as a closeted
also
person,
Justin Bieber. Like I feel like his hair was such
yeah,
a
but
thing.
he was straight, so the gay comments didn't matter.
Fair.
So I'm just saying, like, to me, every time those comments were made, it was like one layer was being peeled off where like the secret was going to come out.
Yeah.
So I would go to comedy shows with friends and stuff, or like the interactive theater, and never not get called on. And it's funny you say Justin Bieber, because I went to Republic of Pie my first year out here. I went to see a comedy show where the Republic of Pie is tiny, by the way. So like if you're sitting in there watching a show, they see all of you who are watching the show. And I went in there and I was just minding my own goddamn business. And the most stoned woman I've ever seen gets up there to do a set, makes eye contact with me, and her entire set in her stoned brain was just riffing about my looks and how gay I looked and how I was a Justin Bieber wannabe. And like people were laughing out of awkwardness, and as was I, but it was like her entire 15-minute set just became me. And then it just continued after that. Like I went to a small theater production at a really tiny theater that maybe sat 35 people. The show was hilarious. And in the middle of the show, this character comes out and grabs an audience member and kisses them. And he chose me. And it was just like,
people just kiss you with no consent so much.
So they asked before the show if anyone would be uncomfortable being physically touched or caressed. Like they made a joke out of it from a cast member, and if so, they put these like green like cards in front of like on the seat. Okay. And I was like, I was with friends who were like, let's see what happens. Yeah. I was like, totally. And it was me.
Kissed so then you on the lips?
It was kind of like here.
Okay.
But still, I was like, oh my God.
It was a man.
It was a man. And then, yeah, just like I've never not gone. Okay, so then I would always take people when they visited to go to a live taping. And if you've ever been to a live taping of anything, sitcom or a late night show, they have usually a comedian that's getting the audience really excited before it starts. Hand on a fucking Bible. Every single time I took someone to one of those shows, that comedian would single me out and just riff about my looks, my hair, my vests, and it was just
you did wear a lot of vests.
Or even if it was just, and maybe not always that, but it would always at least be like, this guy knows what I'm talking about. Is that your girlfriend? You know, things like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, it's my sister.
It has to be just because you're tall.
And because I give off the energy of like, don't fucking talk to me. And that, look, when I was on the Ellen show, and during the intermission, like when they're still trying to keep the audience amped and everyone's dancing, he just kept coming up to my row and coming into me and being like, everyone else in your row is getting in the aisle. Why don't you? I'm not getting in the aisle.
Yeah. I'm really sorry that all that happened to you.
So anyway, I just avoid that. Now I'll go to a large comedy show where I can be far away. I saw Chelsea Handler recently. Had a great time because I was like, I'm in the mezzanine. Great. I'm at no risk here. Yeah. Imagine being in the front row at Chelsea Handler show.
Oh my God. But she is also different.
But she would, I would, as an out person, I would still be terrified. But she would literally look at me and that's it. It would be done. I would melt.
Chelsea Handler, I mean, I don't think she's much of a crowd work girl, right? Is she?
At her show, she would like look down and like make comments about the first couple rows if it related to what she was saying.
I will say that now I feel like the culture is so much of crowd work that like so many people are posting that on their TikToks.
Yeah, because that's what's getting the views.
Yeah.
But anyway,
so
it stems from trauma, and it's just like they're not enjoyable to me.
Yeah. And I'm sorry.
Unless I can actually hide away.
Yeah. I don't know how it works. I've never been to like the Laugh Factory or whatever. I don't know the seating.
I've been to the Laugh Factory when Erin was performing because I got to sit in like the artist section.
And she's not going to be weird to you.
Correct.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there are people before and after her.
So I have gone to see her where I've been in the audience twice.
Yeah.
And one of the times I got to sit like in her section at the Laugh Factory in West Hollywood or on Sunset. And then Megan and I went to see her perform at the Long Beach Laugh Factory. Yeah. That is set up in a way that's nice because you can just ask the hostess to like sit further back.
Oh, okay.
Easy.
Well, for me, it was purely out of like, there's a specific person I wanted to see, and I was like, does anyone want to go? But like, I totally.
Who is it? David Spade?
No, I think he was there. It was no one known. I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
But like, I really wanted to see David Spade.
Yeah, this is Knucking Futz.
I don't get that reference. Is that something I should know?
His movie where he plays like a child star.
I don't recall. I probably didn't see it.
It sounds like you haven't seen it.
But I do apologize that those things happened to you.
Thank you.
And I like comedy. So I don't know who's going to go with me.
No, like all of our other friends don't mind comedy.
Yeah.
And again, if the venue serves my needs, I'm there.
No, but I don't want to put you in that position. So
Also, every time I've gone, not every time, most times I go, something crazy happens.
like what?
So I went to see Taylor Tomlinson in San Diego.
Yeah.
Love her. I love her. Mm-hmm. The show I knew was going to be big, so it was fine. This was a Christmas gift for our friend. Mm-hmm. We went to the late show, and it was filled with belligerent drunks. And she had to stop the show so many times.
Yeah.
Like the last time she stopped the show, she was like, "No, but for real, does security work here? Because this is out of control."
No, that's insane.
And she tried so hard to bring the like crowd back, but like she was getting so upset.
Was she filming?
No, she wasn't filming this, but she was testing out her material for what is filmed.
I can't imagine because the later you go, the more.
And then when I went in to the Laugh Factory in Long Beach during that lineup of people, this man got so drunk he peed himself in the aisle and laid there, and security had to drag him out.
No.
Crazy.
I would like to see Sal Vulcano because I really love him.
Okay.
Just saying.
I support.
Hey, that would probably be big. He's very famous.
Yeah, I think so.
He's not like,
no,
doing the small venues.
True. Okay, question for you.
Yes.
Since, this episode comes out, Allison had her birthday 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. But as of the day of recording, it is this weekend.
Yes.
I and some of her friends have taken over planning, and
because I can't make decisions.
She can make decisions. Have you ever had anyone just like plan you something and let it be a surprise?
So
like, for
only
your birthday?
one time in my life have I ever had a surprise, and it was my dream for like someone to give me a surprise party my whole life. And my 16th birthday, my sister was in college. Yeah, she was like 21. And she and my dance teacher, like the lady that owned my dance studio, they came over and they were like, get dressed up, like get really cute. We're going to take you to Ball State and we're going to take you to like a college party. And I thought that was going to be like my birth. I don't know why.
Or you just like, okay.
No, I was excited.
Like, for sure. I guess 16.
Boys. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like, yeah, we're just going to take you to a college party for your birthday. Okay. And so then I got cute.
Yeah.
2006 cute.
Oh yeah.
And then we drove around for like 20 minutes, which it took 40 minutes to get from my hometown to Ball State. So I don't know. I guess I had no concept of time.
Too excited.
Drove around for 20 minutes and then I was blindfolded.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
Blindfolded.
Yeah, of course.
Drove around and then we arrived at the destination.
Did
and
you
they were
get
like,
car sick?
Somehow no.
Wow. Too excited.
I guess. And they were like, okay, like, we're here. Mm-hmm. And so I walked in and then that took off my blindfold and it was at my dance studio and like all of my dance friends and my school friends were there.
That's
and we
cool.
just had a big dance party.
Who coordinated this?
I guess them.
What do you mean, I guess? You don't know who threw you your dream surprise party?
No, I think it
Allison?
was my sister.
You said them, and then you said sister.
Because I think like my dance teacher, my sister, my mom, like I think that it was a joint effort.
Okay.
And because they invited all my school friends and my dance friends, because that
really
was
sweet.
my life was those two things.
Right.
And then we just had a big dance party, danced to all of the hip hop of the times.
Of course.
What was big in 2006?
Apple bottom jeans? No, not yet.
No, that was high school.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, had a big dance party. And so that was the only time. And then after that, never did one thing again that was like cool or extravagant. Like my best friend from home, both of our birthdays, we would just go to her mom's house and she would make us like some food, which was delicious.
Okay.
But like we never really like, because she's not a big going out person, and I like didn't have a big group of friends. Maybe in college, like my dance friends there.
Yeah.
Like we would go out to bars and stuff, but my birthday also a lot of times fell on spring break.
Oh.
So then it was like
a fun and a not fun thing.
Yeah,
because a lot
like
of people
I
have
wasn't
plans.
at school anymore.
Right.
And then like there's nothing to do in my hometown. Go to Applebee's. What?
Hey.
Probably did. But like a lot of our birthdays were just spent like, you know, maybe going out to eat. Like my family was like, yeah, we'll go to a nice dinner.
Okay.
But like there wasn't ever like another big party that happened. So literally my 16th birthday, and then never again have I really done like
Well, so like
something.
you know something's happening, so it's not really a surprise, but you don't know what's
Yeah.
happening this weekend.
And I'm happy to do anything. I just like
know
love
you
being
are.
with my friends.
Well, I
and
think that's what
love
makes it so much more fun too, is that
Yeah,
like we know that you'll enjoy whatever we do.
literally anything.
So it makes it more fun.
If it was like let's like drink martinis and play Clue, I'd be like hell yeah.
Yeah, because
so like
I know that that's what you're doing. It's
So
a little different than Clue, but so I want to go back real quick.
Yeah.
What would be a popular song in 2006? The first thing that popped in my head.
I can Google.
See if I'm right, please. I think Sean Kingston, Beautiful Girl, popped in my head. And so did Sean Kingston and Justin Bieber, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo Lover. That was probably too soon, though, because I don't feel like Justin Bieber was born yet.
He was definitely born.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so popular songs of 2006. We have Gnarls Barkley, Crazy. Cassie, Me and You.
That was 2006? That feels like that's been in my life forever.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, you're right.
We have Promiscuous, Nelly
Oh,
Furtado.
hell yeah. I remember being on the boat.
Lean with a Rock with it.
Okay, this is before Sean Kingston. I think Sean Kingston must have been a couple years later.
Showstopper, Danity Kane.
Oh,
Hey.
hell yeah.
This is a great year. Wow.
Yeah.
There's so many songs. Okay, we have
We could literally just make a 2006 playlist and it would be banger after banger.
Sexy Love, Neo.
Oh my God.
God. Deja Vu, Beyonce.
Forget it. That was the year.
This is the greatest year ever.
2006 was the
Every
year.
time we touch.
Oh my God, by
Shake Your
Cascada?
Money Maker, Ludacris, Sexy Back, Justin Timberlake. It's just a little too late.
Have we had a better year in
No,
music?
this is incredible. SOS, Rihanna. Oh, wow.
I'm so glad you
Bossy,
looked at.
Khalees.
I am making a 2006 playlist. This is incredible.
Young Jock, It's Going
you
Down.
leave this
How
Google-
does that dance go? Oh, this. Me in the
It's going down.
Snap
Can
your
you please leave this Google search up
for
so
sure.
I can make a playlist?
Snap yo fingers, Little John.
You can do it all by yourself. Let me
Does
see
your
you do
chain
it.
hang low? Wow.
My God, what a good year for music.
Wow. Incredible.
Okay, so we still had a year or two before Sean Kingston. I do think he was closer to graduation.
You want me to look that up?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I did.
But
I came
wow.
out here and did.
What an incredible year.
Don't want to talk about it. An incredible year for music. Let me tell you about my 16th birthday.
Please. Wait, let me guess.
Okay.
16 years old.
Can you keep this in mind? I had not yet started doing theater.
Okay.
I was heavily involved in church.
Yeah. Assumed.
Did not have a girlfriend at the time.
Okay, so she's out.
She and I started
she was
dating
gonna
in
be a part
July
of
of that
this.
year.
Okay.
And
And let me tell you, everyone, I'm not going to say her name, but the way that every single day this girl's name is brought up in in everyday like vernacular
Yeah.
of a new story
yeah,
is wild.
I got to say this in case she is watching or listening.
We love you.
She had a huge.
Oh, it's not bad,
No,
by
it's
the
not.
way.
She had a huge impact on my life.
Of course.
I had so many amazing experiences with her. I held a lot of regret for dragging her on for so long, but I
course.
truly did love this woman.
Yeah.
I just knew I couldn't be with her.
Yeah.
And so I have a ton of stories with her because we
And
were
when
together
I-
for like 7 years.
Yeah, and when I say that, it's really like in passing, like it'll be like
Oh, that reminds me of.
like, have you ever had this particular type of bread? Oh yeah, me and blah 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 used to have that every Friday night. Like it's literally just in every single
Yeah,
thing.
we did so much together. It was actually very fun memories, and I hope
Yeah.
at times she has fun
If
memories
you're listening,
as well.
we love you. And I don't know.
I really do.
I've
I
never
have
met
a lot
you,
of love in my
but
heart.
I feel like I know you.
So,
all too
although
well.
she was in my ether because we knew each other from birth,
Church.
she was not invited
Okay.
She was not a part of my birthday. So again, awkward as hell.
Okay.
This is when the vests started coming into play.
Mm-hmm.
And now knowing those things, what do you think I did for my birthday?
Okay, so I think for your 16th birthday.
I want to say the only reason I'm talking about this is because
Yeah.
it was also a surprise. And it was my first surprise party, just like you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I think that you...
Who was my best friend at the time?
Can I say it?
It's kind of a trick question.
Your mom?
Yes.
Okay.
You laughed because you really thought I was going to say no. But it was 100% it was my mom.
Okay.
So if my mom was planning my surprise party, my best friend was planning my surprise party, what would it be?
I think that you had a backyard barbecue where
February.
Oh yeah, it's February. Okay. Did you have a Vera Bradley decorating party? The headquarters or the main manufacturing factory of Vera Bradley is in his hometown, so that's why I said that.
And the ladies that started Vera Bradley had a house next to my grandma.
Was it not like a church gathering where it was like a crock pot, bring your...
It wasn't a community potluck.
Okay, just tell me.
So I'm told, Alex, we're going to go to Grandpa's for your birthday. This is exciting for me because my grandpa was my favorite person ever.
Yeah.
This tattoo. And going to his house was always fun. So I was just like, okay, let's go. I love that.
Let's go.
We're going to Grandpa's, which means I'm going to have my favorite food and going to get some bomb gifts.
Yeah.
I remember everything I got, and I'm going to talk about that.
I wish that I did.
And so I'm excited to go to Grandpa's. Also, this was a big year in general because, it's our 16th. We get our license.
Yeah.
I had already known that, I was very blessed in having a grandpa that wanted to give us each our first car. So, I knew I was getting a car soon. Mm-hmm. I'm jazzed to go to Decatur, Indiana for my birthday. And it's just my brother and my dad. And I was they were everyone's going to meet us there. Well, no. We ended up pulling into a Chinese buffet restaurant.
Hell yeah.
Which is fine. I just wasn't a particular, I'd never been here before.
Yeah.
And I go in, and at this table are the 5 other members of my family, my siblings and my parents, and then my grandpa, and then 2 girls from the church youth group that
had crushes on you.
Yes. And also that I wasn't really close with. And
did your mom just bring them there because she wanted you to court them?
So at the moment of seeing it, no.
Okay.
At the moment of seeing them, my mind was I just got very sad for myself. Oh, no. It was the moment I realized oh my God, I'm 16 years old and I do not have a life. Yeah. My mom was so excited to plan this thing for me. I was awful about it afterward. And now later years I was Mom, I do appreciate that you did that. She really wanted me to be surprised. But I was imagine being 16, thinking you're going to your grandpa's to have a beautiful family dinner to get my new car.
Yeah.
And we pull into a Chinese restaurant, and I have to sit between, we'll call them Jessica and Allie.
Okay.
And we get to presents, and the entire staff at the restaurant come and stand around the table.
To sing a song?
No, to watch me open my gifts.
Were you the only people there?
Yes.
Did they
They were talking in their native language to each other.
But wait, did your mom rent out the restaurant?
We rented out the party room.
Okay.
Party area.
But why did these people care?
Still don't know to this day. Don't know why no adult said, hey, can we have some space?
Yeah.
All of them. I want to say 12 people. Not speaking English.
They didn't want to be there.
Watching me open my gifts. I got my first cell phone.
Oh, whoa. That's
so
cool.
the gifts were pretty awesome. I got my first cell phone and I got the new iPod Nano from my grandpa.
Whoa. Do you still have it?
Oh, I definitely still have it. It's in my storage box for sure. It was the cutest I loved it so much.
Yeah.
And then they were all watching and going oh, and then they would talk about what I was opening.
Did your mom pay them?
No, she had no idea why they were standing there.
Oh.
So listen, this happens. We leave. The 2 gals leave. And my mom's like, were you surprised? And I was like, I was definitely surprised.
Definitely surprised.
And then I was like an a-hole. I was like, I would have rather gone to Grandpa's. And then she felt so bad. She was like, well, we can go to Grandpa's. So we did go to Grandpa's.
Yeah.
So Mom, thank you for doing that. That was very sweet.
As a kid, you don't
No,
like
I
realize
definitely
that you just like don't say that. You
But
just,
now when we have talked about it as a family, like we do laugh about it because it is in retrospect like how pathetic was Alex.
Yeah.
Come to find out, by the way, that the only reason those two girls were there is because originally it was my cousins. Like hours before they were supposed to leave for Fort Wayne, they canceled. So my mom scrambled because she thought that even though I didn't know they were coming in the first place, it could have just been the family.
Yeah.
But and that's why the other two gals were invited. And tying this all back to Kelly Clarkson, my first cell phone, my dad gave me, he said, you can buy one ringtone. And I bought the MIDI version of Behind These Hazel Eyes. Kelly Clarkson was my first ringtone. He's straight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. But what would a like straight 16-year-old have done from 2006? Let's see.
I'm pretty sure my brother's was like the Star Wars theme song.
Also, Wind It Up, Gwen Stefani. Oh, wow.
Great year for music.
A straight boy in 2006 from this list.
Elevator by Flo Rida.
Well, Welcome to the Black Parade came out, which I guess you'd have to be emo kind of for that. But like, let's see. Because I didn't say like rock stuff on here. Chasing Cars, Snow Patrol.
No.
Maybe. A
Straight boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I think they would do rap or something.
Yeah.
What Eminem jam was out? You know?
He's not on here. Danny California, Red Hot Chili Peppers is on here.
That's a great song, actually, and I'm not a straight boy.
I like the Chili Peppers.
So, looping back to birthdays.
Oh, sorry.
I want to know if you have any guesses for what we're doing. I'm not going to tell you whether you're right or wrong. I'm just curious. And then we can tell next week if you were right or if you were close.
Okay, well, I actually don't, based on like me trying to figure out what to wear, because you haven't given me like a good answer on what to wear. Because like for me, like in my mind this whole week, I've been thinking about like a more, not a super dressy, but like a dressier outfit, mainly just because I want to take cute pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like if it doesn't call for that, like I can wear something else.
No,
outfits really stress me out.
I get it.
So like, yeah, that doesn't matter.
I will work to get it as close as possible so that you are in exactly what you want to be in.
Okay. Well, there are stipulations that I have set forth where like I don't want people to spend a lot of money, because like it is like annoying, especially in Los Angeles where everything's more expensive. Every birthday is insane here, and you go to like a restaurant that's a night. You want to go to a nice restaurant for your birthday. I totally understand that, but the culture of like here, you can't split the bill. In the Midwest, they will take 10 cards.
I know.
And split every single one. Mm-hmm. And here they're like, ha, that's funny. Maybe two
or three.
But like, no.
Yeah.
And everything's expensive. And so it's like you're getting drinks, you're getting appetizers, you're getting food.
Yep.
And then it's like, don't pay for the, birthday person, which I totally understand and agree with. Like, I'm so happy to pay for my friends.
Right.
But it's like,
you just don't, I understand what
it's
you're
just
saying.
always a nightmare, because then it's like, oh, how many drinks did you get? Like, I'm not a big drinker. So if I got one singular drink, but everyone else got like 4, I still have to split the same amount as everyone else. Well, and then it's like, I'm paying like $75 when I had like a single, like a mac and cheese ball and like some salmon, and I'm paying $75 for that. Like, that culture is really bad. And so I think
though, with that specifically, it's dependent on who's holding the reins of the evening.
Yeah.
Because like, if like in your case, in my case, it's like we have a pretty good group that knows how we like those situations handled, and they'll figure it out. So
yeah.
And
we have an accountant in our group, which
we do. And do you know that Venmo now has like a splitwise system built in?
I saw that he tried to invite us to it, but it went away, and I couldn't understand it. And
Well,
I'll let
speaking
him
of
explain
Venmo, though,
it to
it's
me.
funny because as I was collecting funds for one of the things we're doing,
Yeah.
someone's very intelligently in the group chat was like, make sure to send a Venmo to Alex that's private so that Allie can't see what it is. And I was like,
I totally wouldn't even like.
but like, how smart is that? Because I definitely didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So you really have no way of knowing.
So yeah, part of my stipulation was like, I don't want anyone to be overwhelmed. I don't want it to be too expensive. I don't want it to feel.
But also, it didn't
crazy.
really matter because it was also like you weren't making a plan.
Yeah,
So
and
to
I
me,
want everyone to know that like I am very grateful for my friends that are doing this, because for me it would have overwhelmed me, and then I would have just been like, let's just sit at Alex's house. And
Also,
do
it's
nothing.
different when you like friends want to celebrate you, and if you're like, I don't have a. Like you were just saying, I said what I wanted to do for my birthday. And I
Yeah.
was like, can
You
you guys
have
help me
learned-
facilitate this? I want to do this.
Yeah, and you have learned over the years that like you want to really
I
be in
have to.
control of
Correct.
what's happening.
Yes, because I've
so
been disappointed
you said,
too
I
often.
want to do this. You let us like take care of,
the deets.
yeah, that. But like you were like, this is what I want to do. And I want to know that.
And you didn't want to do anything specific. You also were
Yeah.
like, we can literally do nothing. So we just said,
Yeah.
we want to do this and we know she'll enjoy this.
Yeah.
So you get
my
just take a
guess-
wild guess. And then we'll see if it's right.
based on walking a
And
little bit.
I already told you it's not an escape room.
It's not an escape room because I have to wear specific clothes for that.
Yeah, and also not the crowd.
Yeah. I do know that like we have been talking about going back to my new favorite bar club. That's in Santa Monica. So
You know what's fun about you
yeah.
when doing this whole thing is that there's still
just
so
here.
much you haven't done in LA
Yeah.
that was also part of the fun, and like talking with the other friends being like, here's literally, I was like, I've come up with 4 options. Then we kind of narrowed it down from there.
Yeah.
And it's like, who has 4
And I'm
options
so
ever?
excited to like do things.
Yeah.
So I guess my initial thought was like maybe just like going and playing like games on the Santa Monica Pier and then maybe going to the bar. Cause that would involve some walking and maybe just like getting a bite to eat like somewhere, chill down there. That's not like a, crazy restaurant.
I mean, that can be your guess.
I only
we can
get one
see.
guess.
Okay, you can have 2 guesses. So you think it could be something in the world of chilling somewhere, playing some games, having some laughs, and then grabbing a bite.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what would be
That's
another?
so broad. Okay, so I'll give a specific one because you said walking. Maybe there's like an event at the LA Zoo that like, you get some drink tickets and like you walk around and maybe there's an evening and nighttime thing. Have no idea. Have never said to you that I want to go to the zoo. So I have no idea.
It's true. You've never said that.
Never. But like, I don't know, maybe something like that.
Okay. We'll let you know if she's right or wrong.
And not that I support zoos, everyone.
Okay. Just so we're clear.
Just so we're clear. Okay, well, I guess time will tell. Next time we'll recount.
Yes. I have a fun game that I wanted to play.
Okay.
Well, do you have something? Because I just asked about birthday.
I do have something that's like, well, I'll just get it out of the way before the game.
Okay.
So I've been feeling uneasy lately.
Yeah,
I've just
yeah.
had a weird, ominous feeling.
Okay. Where's it coming from?
Probably just anxiety, but like I've had a weird, I think because like I was talking to someone about my car. My car is electric, and the person was like, what if like the like power grid in California goes down? And I was like, great question. I don't know. But like I have had this weird ominous feeling. And honestly, a podcast I was listening to today,
Yeah.
someone else said that too. They were like, I just feel like something is like going down, and like maybe like in just like in the world, like disaster wise or like politically, I don't know. And I know that we come from the Midwest where like everyone's a conspiracy theorist and thinks that, everything's coming down.
Yeah.
But I've just had this weird uneasy feeling.
Okay.
And I know that we've talked before. This is like,
Yeah.
I
okay.
could have talked to you privately about this, but I felt like this was the best scenario.
I'm ready.
And if you guys don't know this, Alex is a prepared person. Like
Most of the
you
time, yeah.
have an earthquake kit, you have like some sort of
A bug out bag.
disaster. Yeah, you have
Bug out bag.
bug out bag.
Yeah.
Great. You have that. I have a singular like 2-gallon jug of water.
That's more than I have. I need to fill up. I don't have any extra water yet.
Did that when we were having the flooding because I was
smart.
like, I haven't like once I get rid of my Brita, like, and
Yeah.
if it's flooding and it affects the water,
Yeah, you're
like
right.
if the pipes are messed up, like I have no water.
Mm-hmm.
Singular 2-gallon thing of water. I have one
2-gallon.
lamp, solar, like
Oh, yeah.
battery powered / solar lamp.
Okay.
We've talked before about if there is something that goes down, whether it's, you know, zombie, nuclear,
Power grid. Attack.
what's the plan?
Yeah.
Before I had a dog, and that was very stressful for me because I knew that she was really going to hold me back and
Yeah.
I was going to really have to worry about keeping her alive as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Now I don't have that and I just have myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need you to verbally tell me what our plan is. Like, are you waiting for me?
Yeah. So I actually thought about this too because we don't, as a friend group, we don't have like a.
You're the central person.
I'm the central person,
Yeah.
but I am directionally challenged in a way that is.
I can get to you without.
Yeah, I need people to come to me because once you're with me, I will help us survive, but someone else has got to navigate.
But what's the length of time you're waiting? Because for me,
No, indefinitely. This is the mistake that I
Okay.
think they make in movies.
Yeah.
It's like if I can safely stay where I am and the plan is to you come to me,
Yeah.
I will stay until the last person has come.
Okay.
Unless I physically can't be here, in which case I'm going to stay as close as possible and monitor my location.
okay, because for me, so say an earthquake happens,
Yeah.
and like, you know, I'm disoriented for a couple hours. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Maybe
Right.
I'm knocked unconscious. Maybe it just like happens. I don't know. So give or take a few hours before I leave my place.
Yeah.
I pack a bag. I have a backpack. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take me maybe 4 hours to get here.
Depending on how chaotic it is.
Yeah, because I know I can't drive. No matter what, if I try to get in my car, even if it has power in my car, everything's gridlocked. Like I'm not going to be able to drive.
You're not going to be able to get anywhere.
So
or
for
I would
me-
say you could take your car as far as you can go. Because
Yeah.
if we're at a disaster point where you're trying to get to me, all of our cars are going to be fucked anyway. So
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
wouldn't
matter
care
if it's
about
gas
it.
or electric.
Or no, I mean parking it somewhere. It's like
True.
it doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah. So for me, like I know it's a 20-minute drive to you.
Yeah, yeah.
So that turns into like 3 to 4
Yeah, I
hour
would say 4
walk.
hours if you're walking it.
If I'm like
Shave some of that off if
running, yeah.
You're not going to be running. You got to conserve your energy.
What if it's zombies?
You got to hide. That's what I'm saying. You can't be running.
So yeah, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. That you are like,
Well, what
you
we
are
should-
waiting for
what we
me.
should
You're not
really-
going to freak out and be like, I got to go find her.
Well, that's the thing is I would stay, but we should always be. We should
I feel
come
like
up
it
with a
should
backup.
be like a
Like if
couple
it's been
weeks, right? A
if
week?
it's been like if it's been 48 hours and no one's touched base, we should have a second location.
48 hours?
Yeah, I would wait like 2 days.
What if I'm injured?
Right, so it's like if 48 hours no one showed up, then what's the plan? Where do I go? Like we
Yeah.
just need to find the next home base. And then it's like just
Okay.
get to that home base, but I can go check in your direction on the way to that home base.
Yeah.
But
The problem is me and our other group of friends that would be a part of this are separate directions.
correct.
Because they're probably, another 20 minutes from you right now.
Right.
From me, it's far.
In
So do you go-
realistically, we should have you should come here and then we should go there because they're kind of on a compound.
Yeah.
And I
is so
imagine our
funny.
one friend is because she has family here. She's going to be like,
Yeah.
and she can walk to their house,
Yes.
her parents. So I wouldn't expect her to like
And
come
that's
over
moving
here.
out to the
Correct.
like
It's getting
further
out of the city.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would be like, they should hold up.
Yeah.
And then I would wait for you, and then together we would
Yeah.
go there.
Okay. I just wanted to know like
But I've got the kit.
that
so that's why,
you're
like,
waiting for me no
getting
matter
here-
how long it takes me to get to you.
Yeah, I've got the freeze-dried food. I've got the
Mm-hmm.
survival straws
Okay.
and the blankets.
Yeah. I don't know why I have this like ominous feeling. I don't know.
Did you have this before COVID? Like, did you
No.
sense COVID coming?
No, absolutely not.
No, because we were about to be 30.
I was going to
30
Australia.
and
I was like, I'm
thriving.
going to Australia in a few months. Like, let's go.
Yeah. I was
That-
turning 30 and I was stoked.
Yeah. I had no plans. To
Okay,
turn
so
30,
this ominous feeling could be because it's unlocked something in you, or
I'm just anxious.
you're just anxious.
Or
both.
like, yeah.
Both.
Okay, well, let's play your game.
Okay, I have a game I wanted to play. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but I'm starting my album journey in April.
Oh, yay.
So this month is going to be just like basically getting all of my ideas down to a core. Like, this is the theme of the project. This is what I want it to be about, and this is sonically how I want it to be. That's what I've been working on for, well, technically years, but really for the last, like, since October. Been really, really working to narrow down my ideas and to be what they were. When I started this process of deciding to go into, like, make my album, I originally was like, I don't want it to be about one singular thing. I want it to be about, because I don't know if I'll ever do music again, because it's not in a dramatic way, but just like,
Don't say that.
just like, I didn't know I would be where I am right now. And now I feel inspired to do this project, but nothing makes me feel inspired to, like, go down the artist route right now. So for me, it's like, I want to make this project because that's how I express myself as songwriting. So I want this thing to live as, like, a piece of who I am, but I don't know that I'll do anything afterwards. So when I started,
It's just so sad because I didn't get to experience.
well, there's going to be at least another 2 years. I'm going to be writing all this year and recording, releasing early next year is the plan. So it's, it's for a bit still. And I, like, want to do a whole release concert and really do it well, because that's what that's how I want to present the art. Anyway, while I was going through all of my, like, notes and voice memos and stuff for years, like, the furthest back that I went was like 2016.
Okay.
Most of the things have a common thread. So right now I'm working on figuring out if I actually want this whole album to be about, because it was going to be an EP, and now I'm like, no, it's too much. Like, I think it's going to be closer to an album.
Okay.
So whereas before it was like 6 or 7 tracks, now it's looking like 10 to 12. So what I thought would be fun is I've taken there's a lot of different concepts, and again, no clear direction yet. So what this game is I thought I would say a title of a song that I've written.
Okay.
And see if you can guess what the concept is. I'm not afraid to talk about these things either, because they will live.
Yeah.
Or they may not, but, like, these are some of the top ones, and not all of them, just some of them.
Okay.
And I just
So I'm guessing the concept.
Yeah, based on the title, what do you think the concept is about? Knowing what I've been through in my life.
So when you say this,
When I say what?
when you say concept, do you mean like what you envision it looking like, or just like,
like
a few sentence synopsis of what I think the song is about?
Yeah, like, I'm going to give you the title, and you're going to be like, oh, that's about your dog. That's about Stanley.
Okay.
Like that.
Got it.
And, like, I don't have a clear, I don't have a title for the project yet, but, like, the thing I have now is the many lives and losses of Alexander.
Okay.
Is
Love
kind
that.
of what it is right now. I don't want to talk about the sonic vibe of it yet, because it's going to be really fun, and it's like not really like anything I've done. And I do want to say too, I am putting out 2 songs, one this month and then another one probably in May at some point.
But I know the song that's coming out in May. I don't know the other one. Or the song that's coming out this month.
Boy Who Cried Wolf is this month. Breakup Sex will be like,
oh, I know both.
May.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love them as they are, but they aren't quite in the vein of what the sound of this project is going to be. But I want them to, I love them so much. I need them to
They're
live.
very different.
They're very different.
Okay.
So let's get started.
Okay.
Here's a song title, Crazy and Mad.
Crazy and Mad.
What do you think it's about?
I think it is about, I think you wrote this during COVID, and I think that it is you kind of being stir crazy, that we were the same feeling, the feeling that we all had of being like, I'm like locked in my home and I can't do anything, and like, this is wild. And then also you're mad because, you just want to, go back to your normal life.
Okay, wow. That's a good guess. Very wrong.
Okay.
So it's basically about me, like, asking myself, was I crazy? Was this thing that I thought was so real and tangible actually not real and tangible? Like, was it all just me making it up in my head all along?
Okay.
Am I
When
crazy?
did you write this?
I wrote this in like late 21.
Okay.
I voice memoed it. I was like, no, I'm not going to do the sound. But it has a melody already. But then the lyrics came, since I've been working on stuff over the last like 6-7 months.
Yeah. Which
That's
is
one of them.
You just do this so secretly.
Yep.
And it's so
It's just for me,
I know, but we lived together for a year and like I didn't hear you. You sometimes played, but like you would play things, you wouldn't play this stuff.
No. Well, that was like, it was hard for me to write stuff to these concepts because I've only just started being able to like address the feelings, really.
Fair.
Next one. MGC. Clearly it's an acronym.
Yeah. MGC.
What do you think it means?
My gay conscience.
Cute. No.
Wait, give me one more guess.
Okay.
Mr. Oh no, that's wrong. That's wrong. I feel like my was right. Was my right?
No.
God damn it.
I'll tell you if you got one of the words right and you haven't yet.
Okay. I'll just do one more guess because
Okay.
no one wants to listen to me do this. Mountain.
Come on. Any G word.
I can't think of anything. Gray
Mountain Gray. Great title.
corpses.
Mountain Gray Corpses.
That's definitely not right. I
No.
just can't think of anything else.
Mean Girls Club.
Interesting.
I guess
We
I
just
can't
saw
be
the
part
movie,
of the
so
Mean
maybe
Girls
you
Club.
got inspired by that.
I did get inspired by the movie, totally.
Great. Next.
The next one is called Lies Alone.
Lies alone. Lies. Alone.
Yeah.
I think this is someone who lied to you a lot,
Okay.
and now you're looking back and you're like, oh, you're alone and you're lying alone now because you have no one.
Ooh, okay. So that's an excellent guess.
Okay.
Lies
I'm
Alone.
warming up.
You're warming up. Lies Alone is about being cheated on and how a cheater never lies alone. They're always
There's other
lying.
people corroborating that shit.
They are never lying in bed alone, and they're never in the lie alone. I love a double meaning.
Love that. That's fun.
Lies alone.
Okay.
That one's a little sad, but it's got like some great harmonies in it.
Cool. Do you need me to lay any harmonies for you?
Yeah, I'll let you know if I need any lower thirds. I know you got me.
Great. Thank you.
Next one. WWAD.
What would Alexander do?
Yeah.
When did
So
you
this
write
one is just a fun one. I don't know if it's going to make it on the album, but it's basically like it's a very like me just writing like
like you hyping yourself up?
yeah, it's a self-hype song. So I don't know if it's going to come to fruition. I want to see how the track comes
I
together.
feel like you need something fun, right?
Well, so Crazy and Mad is like upbeat and very fun. And so is MGC.
Cute.
Lies Alone is more ballady or like it's more yeah. But then
You've already told-
WWAD, it would be fun. It would be a little like I have some fun ideas for some vocal stuff on that one.
Cute.
Next one is called Sad Boy.
That's pretty self-explanatory.
You think?
Is it about Stanley?
Oh, Sad Boy Stan. No.
He's not sad.
No, it's about how so the lyrics in the chorus are sad boy Alex, he's a tragedy addict. And the song tells basically the story of like me looking at myself outside of myself and just being like, when I was going through specifically what I was going through in January, this one started as a melody that really came to light after my parting of ways with my last job. Mm-hmm. And I was like looking at myself in my deep depressive state being like, are you just addicted to tragedy? And so I was like, let me just write about that because that will get it off my chest. Cause like, obviously I don't love this for myself, but what would it be like if I wrote a song that was about me being addicted to tragedy?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not your therapist, but like, I don't think that you're addicted to tragedy. I think that you are.
And like so many shitty things happen. The people that I've lost in my life and stuff. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but you're so nice and you're so giving to people that I think that you're not addicted. I think that you're a magnet for people who like to take advantage, and you see the best in people and you try to like,
You're hitting the nose on the bridge.
yeah, you're telling yourself that like, no, this is different. But then those people show their true colors.
Right.
So you're not addicted. You're just a magnet.
Right.
For
And that's what it is, exploring the idea that like, why do I keep letting history repeat itself? So
yeah.
it's I have a couple
Can't wait
more.
to hear it.
The next one's called Roommates.
Is it about me?
No.
God
I'm
damn
so
it.
sorry.
God damn it. And they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
I think that you wrote this in 2023.
That is accurate.
Okay.
It's
about being. Should I say
I can
what
give you a few of the lyrics.
Okay.
You know,
I think
again,
I know
like,
what it is.
what is it going to hurt that I talk about it? It's literally about to be a song.
True.
This
okay,
is one of my
then
top 5.
Then
So
let
this
me
will make
say what
it.
I think.
Okay.
I think it's about being like someone that you like maybe dating and you're really, instead of you live together, but you're really just roommates and you're not like in the relationship.
Yeah. So this song is like, this one I kind of wrote from the perspective of when I was in my closeted relationship. And like, it's not a very sad song. It's just like, it's fucked up because of the messaging, but I didn't write it to be sad. I've been writing it to be like, it's fine. It's fine. The lyrics go, we'll just say we're roommates, maybe best friends, the kind of guy you take home on the weekend to hang out with your family in the summer. And then it goes on and on and on from there.
That is true.
We'll just say we're roommates.
And many people have had that.
That's what I'm saying. This is not a
situation.
This is not a specific to me experience. So it's not, it doesn't end sad. It's just meant to be like, it's okay. It'll be fine. We'll just say that we're roommates.
Yeah.
So
Can't wait to hear that.
it'll be a fun one. And then last one that I'm going to share now, Die For You.
Ooh. It's giving like pop power, like dance ballad. Not ballad. Dance, like it's like, for me it feels like Gaga, if Lady Gaga and Dua Lipa had a baby, is this song.
Cute. I love that. Yeah, it's going to be
That
more
vibe.
anthematic.
Die For You, Die For Me.
Die For You.
Die For You. I mean,
Just go straight off the title. Like, what does instinctually you see Die For You and you think,
yeah, I just love you so much that I'm willing to die for you, but you're not willing to do that for me.
so yeah, except that this is, so you see Die For You. I'm building the song in a way that makes you think that that's what it's going to lead up to. But then the like chorus basically, or part of the chorus lyrics are, the way the chorus ends is, never thought I'd never want to die for you.
Love that.
So it's
Turning
like,
the
yeah,
tables.
it's like I never thought I'd ever lose the feelings. You know, like what, like the opposite of that. What happens when you fall out of love with someone and this person you would have jumped in front of a train for, and now you're like, maybe I would hesitate now.
Dang. I like it. That's a
So
fun
that's some of them.
concept.
There's a few more in there, but actually there's like 11 more, but I don't know.
There's
what's
still
making
more
it.
room for you to write a song about me.
For sure.
Just kidding.
Roommates Part 2.
Roommates Part 2, and then it's just about how much you love them and
Yeah.
their dog that you sing to every
Oh
night.
yes.
Well, we've been going for a minute, but just to round out, so I know that people, really look forward to the birthdays
They want to know.
and the pop culture time machine,
Yeah.
which I'll be honest, I didn't have a lot of time to prepare this week, but we talked about Robin Thicke earlier. And on this day in 2015, the family of Marvin Gaye won that lawsuit for $7.3 million. What song is that? Everybody, come on.
Yeah.
What is that song? You said Robin Thicke earlier, and I was like, whoa, I have
It's
something
that
to say
nudity
about him.
video. That was so famous. All the girls were naked.
I know you want it. I know you got it. That song?
I don't know that one.
The song that Miley sang?
Wait, is Justin Timberlake in it?
No.
Oh.
Hold on.
Yeah, the one Miley sang.
Everybody, come on. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I know, but I don't know the name of it.
Me neither.
Well, it's, someone will know.
I can hear it in my head.
Yeah.
Good girl. Is that
Yeah,
it?
but I don't know what part of it was Marvin Gaye's
know you want it.
melody. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyway, congrats.
Anyway, that
Marvin.
happened in 2015. That was a lot of money, 7.3 mil. Birthdays, we have Jodie Comer. She'll be
Whom you
31.
love.
I love her.
She's only 31.
Yes.
What an accomplished actress.
Yeah, she's insane. And I need to finish that show.
Killing Eve.
Killing Eve, so good. Wow. Paul Wall will be 43. Haven't heard of him since high school.
Paul Wall, singer.
Rapper,
I feel like he was on a Brooke Hogan song.
probably.
Oh my God, is he in a Brooke
Paul
Hogan
Wall.
song? Yeah, he is definitely on a Brooke Hogan song.
It's so funny. Who was listening to Rick Hogan but you?
What is the Brooke Hogan song? Can you please look it up?
Yeah.
Just give me the title.
What's his like
It's this Brooke Hogan
big
song.
song? No,
Yeah,
no.
It's
He
this
had
Brooke
his
Hogan song.
Brooke Hogan. Paul Wall. About Us.
They don't know a thing about us. Oh my God. See your lips moving, but I don't hear nothing. Everybody's talking like they really want to know about us. They don't know,
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
They don't know, babe.
Paul Wall. It's not coming up for me. If he is, I'm stupid.
Who's the rapper on Goodies?
Oh, Grills. He's like
That's him?
Yeah. Well, it's Nelly, but then he features on it.
Oh.
Well, while you're looking up, the rest of the people are LaToya Luckett, 43, one of the original members of Destiny's Child. And then Thora Birch is 42, will be 42.
Okay, Thora.
And she's in the best movie ever, Hocus Pocus.
American Beauty. I mean, yes.
And what's that movie with the girls?
Yes, of course. Practical Magic. No.
No.
The Craft.
No, not Halloween or like it's where they're all
Little
riding their
Women.
bikes.
Yes.
And like do you know what I'm talking about?
Keep going.
And they're singing on their bikes and it's like
yeah.
and then they're grown up and
The
it's like
Virgin
Rosie
Suicides.
Donald.
Oh yeah, they played them as children and adults.
Yeah, and like
Steel Magnolias.
No.
Sophie's Choice.
Nope. Now and Then.
No,
Oh,
no.
what a good movie.
Now and Then, of course.
Okay. Well, that's all the birthdays.
Happy birthday, Thora.
Thank you all so much for listening.
Yes.
My birthday is in a few days. Actually, it'll be after this when you're listening. So thank you all for
Thank you for saying happy birthday to her on the 9th.
And we will see you in the next one.
Yeah, we'll do a music video next week and get into some more.
Oh my gosh, yeah, fun.
Some more things.
Leave us speak pipes, as you know, and do all the things.
Come on, please.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
The A-List.